George Clooney, one of Hollywood's most recognized and beloved actors, had some candid words for director Quentin Tarantino, following comments the filmmaker made about Clooney's status as a movie star. In a recent interview with GQ, Clooney expressed his displeasure with Tarantino's remarks, which suggested that Clooney no longer commands the same box office draw that he once did. Clooney, who sat down for the interview alongside his Wolves co-star Brad Pitt, didn't hold back when discussing his reaction to Tarantino's assessment. "Quentin said some S.T. about me recently, so I'm a little irritated by him," Clooney began, referencing a conversation Tarantino had during the Cannes Film Festival in 2023. In that conversation, Tarantino was discussing who he considered to be true movie stars. Names like Julia Roberts, Leonardo DiCaprio, Charlize Theron, and Denzel Washington were among those mentioned. However, when Clooney's name came up, Tarantino was reportedly dismissive, stating, "Well, it's been a long while since I think George Clooney has drawn anybody to an audience. When was his last hit where he drew an audience?" This offhanded remark clearly struck a nerve with Clooney, who responded in the GQ interview with a mixture of humor and exasperation. "All right, dude, F.K. off," he said, while Pitt, who has worked with Tarantino on multiple occasions, laughed in the background. Clooney added, "I don't mind giving him S.T. He gave me S.T." The tension between Clooney and Tarantino adds an interesting layer to their shared history. The two first crossed paths when Tarantino directed an episode of the hit TV series, in 1995, where Clooney was one of the show's breakout stars. A year later, they collaborated on the cult classic, From Dusk Till Dawn, a film that saw Clooney transitioning from television to big screen roles and establishing himself as a versatile actor. In recent years, Clooney has shifted his focus from acting to producing and directing, a move that some might argue has reduced his visibility as a leading man in Hollywood. However, this doesn't mean Clooney has been absent from the screen. In fact, his upcoming projects, including Wolves, set to premiere in September, and a Noah Baumbach-directed film he recently wrapped, indicate that Clooney is still very much active in the industry, albeit with a different focus. Clooney explained that his shift back to acting has a lot to do with his personal life, particularly his role as a father. Clooney and his wife, human rights lawyer Amal Clooney, share 7-year-old twins, Ella and Alexander. He acknowledged that the demands of directing, which often require extensive time on location, are no longer compatible with his desire to stay close to his family. "It is a year on the road to direct, and now my kids are of a certain age. We're not going to uproot our kids out of school and run around," Clooney said. "Before that, they could just come with us and we would all go. But that's different now, so now I'm going to just probably focus on other things, like acting." Despite the exchange, Clooney made it clear that there's no lasting animosity between him and Tarantino. Later in the interview, he emphasized how fortunate he and Pitt have been to work with some of the industry's top directors, Tarantino included. "But no, look, we're really lucky we got to work with these great directors," Clooney remarked. "Director and screenplay is what keeps you alive." In the end, while Clooney's response to Tarantino's comments may have been tinged with irritation, it was delivered with the kind of charm and wit that have made him a fan favorite for decades. His remarks reflect a broader commentary on the changing nature of Hollywood stardom and the choices that established actors like Clooney make as they navigate their careers and personal lives.